این اصلا هنو متوجه نشدن. ابی کیلت ابی بچه ابی کشته شد. چون لازم فکر کنید الان اینجاست و یه روح الان اینجا پیشش وایساده و داره باش صحبت میکنه و میگه آخرین کلمه‌ای هم که تو الان گفته برو بیرون.
You'll see how this was created to open up a doorway into the spirit realms.
بچه‌ها تا این آقای حرف میزنه یه بهتون بگم، ما یه مستند اومدیم ضبط کنیم، دیدیم خیلی حوصله سر بره. مستند همین آقا بود در مورد خلاصه جستجوش. دیدیم خیلی حوصله سر بره، گفتیم که نه ولش کن. اومدیم بیرون، اتفاقی تو همین چنل دیدیم این جستجو کاملش هم هست. این الان جستجوی کاملشه، اونو براتون نذاشتم. حقیقت من خودم وقتی نگاه کردم بعد از 5 دقیقه گفتم همین رسید ولش کن، حال نمیده، خیلی حوصله سر بره. حالا این دقیقاً همون مستندیه که می‌خواستم براتون بذارم. خیلی خونه عجیب غریبیه، خونه تشییع جنازه بهش میگن، منتها رفته توش برای جستجو. این بهتره، بریم ببینیم.
The activity here at the Lamb House, but not just the Lamb House, but within Carmel
زیرنویسش هم دوتاییه به خاطر خود چنله. نمیدونم هر کاری کردیم یکی یه دونه
It's pretty amazing, this activity, but yet it's very disturbing. This activity, in my opinion, goes way beyond what a lot of people have encountered. And I base this on what other paranormal investigators have told me when they've come to this house to do investigations. One of the most unique encounters at the Lamb House has to do with children. Some of the most powerful activity encountered at the Lamb House has to do with children.
We've heard a lot of disembodied voices today. Children giggling. We've heard giggling upstairs.
بیشتر صدای بچه ضبط شده. محققایی که رفتن تو این خونه.
Is there a little girl in here that wants to talk to us?
یا خدا، دختر بچه است.
Over the years, names like Abby, Molly, Hannah, and many other child voices can be heard day or night. At times their voices are so loud, or they become so active, you think there's a living child in the house talking or laughing.
I've heard a couple of disembodied voices. What sounded like a child's voice.
وای خدای من، چقدر وضوح صداش چقدر وضوح داره.
What was the child's name, please? Peace.
ابی کیلت ابی بچه ابی کشته شد.
Melissa, are you down here in the basement?
ملیسا I think آره.
You have to say your name more clearly so that we can understand what you're saying.
ابی ملیسا.
We don't know how to help you. You need to tell us.
بازم ابی انگار اصلی ترین بچه هست. I need help me کمکم کن.
The child that saw the cat. You said it's the kitty. Are you here?
در که باز میشه قشنگ یه صدایی میاد. حس کردین شما؟ شنیدین دیگه. بازم میگه ابی. hide me help me کمک میخوان. چه بلایی سر این بچه ها تو این خونه اومده آخه؟
Hi, who is this? The most active section of the house to hear the loud disembodied voice of a child is in the garage.
تو گاراژ خونه.
Sit here going. Over in that wall right there. There's something over in that wall or in the corner. There's something. It's really hot right there. Yeah, there's something over there. Really warm right there.
این اصلا الان متوجه نشدن.
Make some noise. I'm going to put this down so I don't have a fan in my ear, blowing on me type of stuff.
2023 این الان. جستجویی که الان داری میبینی. چقدر اکیپ رفته این تو.
Was this an old schoolhouse? Did you go to school here?
Child,
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
yeah.
Did you go to school here?
اینجا به مدرسه رفتی گفت آره. وای خدای من چقدر قشنگ. بچه یه لحظه فکرشو بکنی. تیمی
Okay, who's the child in here?
I'm dead.
Are you here?
Yep.
Are you here?
Yeah. Go back to عقب.
Many visitors have heard the children talk as if a child standing next to them in the house. How is this possible? What makes this house so different from other locations? We have conducted multiple tests here in the Lamb House with different devices, different equipment. And when I say we, I'm talking about myself and other paranormal investigators and those who are enthusiasts trying to figure out why the devices that are used react the way they do. One of the most amazing events that takes place in the Lamb House is how electronic devices react. Spirits will intelligently respond by using the devices to answer your questions or let you know they are there.
This is probably one of the most active places that I have ever experienced in all my years of paranormal investigation.
Can you verify to us that you're here by touching that? Whoa.
بیا یعنی هر دستگاهی گذاشتن جواب گرفتن بچه. قشنگ داره حضورش رو اعلام میکنه. کسایی هم که اسپریت باکس زیر سوال میبرن اساساً کلاً اسپریت باکس زیر سوال میبرن بچه ها. آقای نیکولاس تسلا دستگاهی داشت به نام رادیو اسپریت. آقای تسلا ساخته بود. میتونید تو گوگل تحقیق کنید. ادیسون هم ساخته بود.
Did you just say something?
به نام تلفن شیطان یا تلفن ارواح یه همچین چیزی بود اسمش. ولی خب کسی که نخواد قبول کنه دیگه نمیشه کاری کرد. کسی که نخواد نمیخواد قبول کنه کارش نمیشه. خاموش کرد. بیا.
Every device used in this house
خیلی خوبه.
that's a paranormal device used for investigations. All of them are perfect. All of the devices. And after doing multiple tests in this house, trying to explain this, There's only one logical explanation to explain this, and that's the portal. I'm going to turn on the spirit box, okay? Can you guys talk with me? Let me know what's going on.
چه دم و دستگاهایی هم داره، دمشون گرم. چه دستگاهایی دارن، چه دستگاهایی دارن. قشنگ صدا میاد. Can you see me؟ نه بابا واقعا.
So as usual, the REM pods are going off like crazy.
Yeah, this one was going off too at the TV.
All of them are going off.
They're all going off down all three at the same time.
I've never had an issue with this
تمام
REM pod
دستگاه ها
until I
داره
came here
منفجر میشه
today
از
to the
قدرت این
lamp
خونه.
house.
اینقدر موجودات عجیب غریبی تو این خونه است.
Are you here right now?
بیا.
So both of those are going off.
خیلی این خونه قویه بچه‌ها، خیلی این خونه قویه. من تا حالا همچین چیزی ندیدم.
We've been
اینقدر قوی آخه.
And, you know, yeah, we find some things here and there, but not on a scale like here in the lamp house. Right.
We have ran multiple tests using different devices to see if these are in fact paranormal encounters. The outcome is always the same no matter what device is used. There is an intelligence behind these encounters.
Yeah, this is strangely more solid than I thought it was. Obviously this. I'm curious when a truck goes by, but it's an old house like that.
دیدی که خود این بچهای جستجوگر هم گفتن اصلا این خونه چیز عجیب غریبیه.
Do that again. Do it really hard. I thought that had an effect on this millimeter, but it jumped up to 41 point something, but when he did that again, it didn't even phase this.
Hey, you want me to get close to it to see if it affects it?
Yeah. No effect at all.
None. So this is just sound vibration. That's energy?
So when you did that and it jumped up, it's kind of weird. It's like that sound, something responded to it, where the energy level, just look at that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
There's nothing that would cause this equipment to react the way it does, except that it is paranormal related. And these spirits can use these devices and respond intelligently. That's what's mind-boggling. That just blows me away. So I'm going to try this device out. The only way that the tone count on this can change is you got to get close to the antenna there. This device kind of works like a REM pod.
نزدیکشه. ایپود همینجاست.
Can you back off from it, please?
خدای من. خدای من.
Was that you touching it? Can you verify to me you're touching this device?
دستگاه رو لمس کرد دوباره.
Okay, thank you. Back off, please. Can we try that again, please?
وای خدا.
Static on my face. Can you back off? Please?
ببین چقدر مؤدبانه صحبت میکنن، شاخشونه نمیکشن. من نمیدونم بعضی از جستجوگرای ما از کجا یاد گرفتن که باید برای ماورا شاخشونه بکشی.
So must have got that close.
نکنید
Spirits will use devices as a means to give vital information. We will show this in the next video. But how is this possible? What caused this to become possible? I talked about how some of these encounters have had effect on my family, on myself, and on others who had visited the Lamb House. I thought this was really strange, maybe it was all a coincidence. But then after I did a little research, I have found that what we experienced, the dark, negative things that we've gone through, family members getting injured, the psychological effect these encounters have on people, and the negative impact behind these dark encounters. This happened before. Not just once, but multiple times, right here in Carmel. In the book, A History of Carmel, I recently found a Carmel news clip that states, "Was ghosts to blame for burning a Carmel home?" Early Friday morning, shortly after midnight, the Carmel Fire Department received a call to go to the hitching post, where they found the building burning and the fire out of control. If what happened last night doesn't prove the house was haunted, nothing would, exclaimed the 6 people who escaped. The article goes on to say, the visitors, it was reported, as well as others, and the residents, stated they had witnessed strange phenomena, music coming from out of nowhere, footsteps heard upstairs, room and lights found turned on when all were certain they had been left off. What the article says next is shocking, but confirms what some former residents of the Lamb House have told me and what our family has experienced. Former residents, according to reports, were plagued by accidents, death from unknown causes, family tragedies, and financial problems. What took place generations ago at this location is still taking place not only at the Lamb House, but at other locations in Carmel as well. But why are there so many reported hauntings in Carmel? I've done these investigations for 6 years now. Today's July 24th. It's been 6 years. And I've had to do a lot of research, a lot of digging, to try to explain why these encounters are so unique, not just here in the Lamb House, but within this village of Carmel, the Triangle, and beyond. And after I did some research, I found something that shed a light on why this activity is not just only powerful, but extends beyond the Lamb House. We know the history of the Lamb House and what took place that opened up a dark portal into a demonic reality. But before Edmund ever moved these buildings to this location, I've always had a theory there was already an open portal into the spirit realms created within the village triangle. I found some interesting history that may explain why there are so many hauntings within the village of Carmel and the surrounding areas. Within the village of Carmel, this is where a spiritualist camp was located around the mid-1800s. Carmel spiritualists used this camp to contact the dead through seances and other rituals. In those days, there were a number of Carmel residents practicing spiritualism. Out-of-state residents would also attend these meetings at this location during the summer season. However, the history of when this camp ended as a spiritualist camp is not clear. Land in Etna was purchased, and it's reported the spiritualist gatherings began in 1876, where Camp Etna is located to this day. Many Carmel residents practice spiritualism, and because of this camp was established for their gatherings. Some became permanent residents within the camp. It's highly likely portals were open on this land, and I've been told by many spiritualists, a lot of people who opened portals to communicate with the dead didn't know how to close the portals or failed to close them. If this is the case, there should be paranormal activity at this location. Most of the remaining buildings on this camp are the original buildings from the 1800s. This building was a former rooming house in the 1800s, now a church chapel. The camp president gave me permission to film the inside of this building. I'm not here to perform a paranormal investigation. I'm here to film the inside of this building for the history part of this video. During this time of day, nobody is around the chapel. Nobody inside. But my curiosity got the best of me. Is there any paranormal activity going on here? I will ask if there's anyone in here. I get a strange response. A loud bang sound coming from upstairs. Then an EVP captured. I'll go upstairs to investigate what causes banging, and will conclude this building does have activity. The EVPs are hard to hear. I enhanced them and slowed them down.
عجب. بچه ها زیرنویس رو اگه جا میمونید استوب بزنید بخونین ها. حتما زیرنویس رو بخونید. بعضیا میگن زیرنویسه زود میره. دوتاش دیگه من که نمیتونم اون رو دیگه نمیتونم کاری کنم. استوب بزن ببین چیه.
Is that you?
I need you. عجب اینجا هم هست.
You guys in here? My name's Kent.
Don't leave. چه لحظه فکر کنید الان اینجاست و یه روح get out و یه روح الان اینجا پیشش وایستاده و داره باش صحبت میکنه و میگه آخرین کلمه‌ای هم که تو الان گفته برو بیرون.
Now, after I talked to quite a few people about the history of this camp in Carmel, numerous people have confirmed, yes, that was a spiritualist camp in the beginning. They believe that camp started in the 1840s, which predates Camp Etna. After I talked to Camp Etna about this, of course, they say, no, we were the first spiritualist camp. And I don't know. I mean, there's kind of a debate where did these spiritualists start? Well, I'm pretty confident, based on the history I've come across, that the first spiritualist camp, and I'm not saying this had anything to do with Camp Etna, they might be totally separate, but the first spiritualist camp did start out here in Carmel. But when Camp Etna started, after that camp grew, the Carmel camp pretty much shut down. And it's possible those members became members of Camp Etna.
اینم کمپ اتنا. اصلا میان اینجا چی کارایی کردن؟ فقط دروازه باز کردن، فقط پورتال باز کردن، همین.
Well,
تو روز اون همه اتفاق میافتاد، اینجا شب بری چی میشه پس؟ تو اوج ساعت ماورا 12 شب به بعد ساعت 3 و رو موقع دیگه چی میخواد بشه؟ پس تو روز وقتی اینجوری ارتباط میگیرن باهات توی مکان، بیا اینجام هستن. اصلا یه کمپ دیگه است، این کمپ کارمل نیست. اینجام فقط دروازه باز کردن، یعنی دروازه به دنیای ماورا ارواح باز کردن، همین. عجب. عکس تسلا، عکس نیکولاس تسلا اونجا بود بچه‌ها.
Why do you stay here?
تسلا میگم که یه دستی هم به ارتباط با دنیای ارواح داشت. بازشی گفت. نگاه میگه من قطعا صداهایی میشنوم. تو جاش که باشی واقعا تو جستجو آدم میفهمه. یه صداهایی میشنوی. بچه جایی میرید فیلم بگیرید برام بفرستید از اینستاگرام. یه موقع جایی میرید خیلی خفنه، خیلی ترسناکه، برام بفرستید. ولی نه خودتون رو به خطر نندازین ها. فردا بگید سوال گفت. نه، دوست ندارم به خطر بیفتید. اگر دوست داشتید چند نفری مثلا یه جایی رفتید دیدید خیلی باحال، خوف داره فلان، اینا فیلمین بگیرید برامون بفرستید. شاید چیزایی توش ضبط شد.
Right here is the seance room. I gotta go.
خیلی یه حس عجیبیه. داری مثلا اینجا فیلم برداری میکنی بعد میدونی تحت نظری، ولی اونی که داره نگاه میکنه تو نمیتونی ببینیش.
Thousands of people coming here during the summer season to practice spiritualism. Thousands. I mean, that's a lot of people for a small area like this. And something else I've learned, a lot of these people stayed in boarding houses because the camp couldn't contain that many people. And the boarding houses they've stayed at, some of them are right here in Carmel. In fact, one of them is across the street from the Lamb House. It burned down in 2014, but that was a boarding house where some of these spiritualists stayed. The house that burned down where people experienced these negative events that happened to them, that was another boarding house where spiritualists stayed. Now imagine hundreds, if not thousands of people performing rituals to contact the dead in this area. How many portals are going to open up by doing that? How many doorways are opened by doing such rituals to contact the dead? And I know a lot of children died in 1840s from epidemics. A lot of children, teenagers, young adults. Many were wiped out from epidemics in the 1840s. And I have no doubt that parents got involved with spiritualism in hopes to contact their children. Later, during the Civil War, people flocked here to contact their dead loved ones who died during the Civil War. I mean, Abraham Lincoln's wife was involved with spiritualism. But what if a number of these people practiced spiritualism and they didn't close the portals? And I've been told by spiritualists themselves it's a really good possibility that they did not know how to close the portals. But there's something more than just portals being opened up. I believe that there is something here in Carmel that drew these people to this area to practice spiritualism. I believe before Edmund Lamb even started his funeral parlor here, there was something going on here that people knew about that had to do with a doorway open into the spirit realms. I don't believe the Lamb house here was an accident based on my research. And I even have evidence that I came across that Edmund Lamb and Hattie did in fact attend events at Camp Etna. Edmund belonged to a band here in Carmel, and many times that band went to Camp Etna to perform at events. It wasn't uncommon for people to belong to spiritualism back in those days. In fact, it was really big here back in the day to be a part of this. I believe Hattie was a spiritualist, but I also believe that Edmund and Hattie was obviously involved with stuff that went beyond spiritualism, and we have evidence to prove that. But why did all these people, these spiritualists, walk to this area? What brought them here? I believe that there is a master portal that was opened here way before 1840, and that's the design of this village triangle, a large gateway that was open into the spirit realms. And I believe that people knew this, and they experienced activity here back in the day. And word got around, and many spiritualists came here to be around this portal. And after digging deeper to explain this portal, I came across something that just literally blew me away. No doubt, absolutely no doubt, this village triangle is a portal.
دقیقاً آره.
And if you follow the number
منم بهتون
12,
گفتم اینجا کلی دروازه.
you'll see how this was created to open up a doorway into the spirit realms. That will be coming up next.
بچه ها عکس تسلا رو دیدید دیگه. عجب. خب بچه ها پایان این ویدیو رسیدیم. میدونید که نیکولاس تسلا میگفت تمام اسرار دنیا تو عدد 3, 6 و 9 هستش. حالا چه اسراری نمیدونیم، خودش میدونه و هنوز ما به اون علم نرسیدیم که بدونیم واقعا 3, 6, 9 چیه، چه عددیه. امیدوارم که از این مستند لذت برده باشید. یه مستند عجیب و غریب با کلی درهای باز شده و بسته نشده. خیلی دوستتون دارم بچه ها. با اینجور چیزا شوخی نکنید، خواهش میکنم ازتون. خیلی ها هستن پیام به من میدن که آقا اسپریت باکس از کجا بخریم، آقا فلان کنیم، آقا چنان کنیم. من بهشون اصرار میکنم آقا بیخیال شید، تو رو به خدا بیخیال شید. تو آموزان هست اسپریت باکس، تو سایت آموزان هست، ولی آقا تو خونتون امتحان نکنید، بیچاره نکنید خودتون. با یه سوال جواب کوچیک خواسته ناخواسته دروازه‌ای باز میکنید که بیچاره میشینا. از ما گفتم بود نکنید این کار. مثل همیشه کلام آخر، کردار نیک، پندار نیک، گفتار نیک، سلوهای زندگی هممون باشه. تا یه ویدیو دیگه شما رو به یزدان پاک میسپارم. لایک و کامنت و سابسکرایب یادتون نره. کامنت انگلیسی بذارید، از ما حمایت کنید. چنل ما رو به دوستاتون معرفی کنید. روز به روز خانواده عزیزمون بزرگتر بشه. الان حدودا نزدیک به 3000 نفریم، یه 100 تا پایین‌تر و اینا، 100 خورده پایین‌تر. به ایرانی بودن خودتون افتخار کنید. احترام پدر مادر بزرگتر فراموش نشه. امیدوارم که امسال سال بسیار عالی برای هممون باشه، در همه ایرانی‌ها. عشقید. تا یه ویدیو دیگه، دوستتون دارم. همین آخر ویدیو چند تا عکسه، اونو تو اول ویدیو بذار، خیلی خفنه عکسش. اوکی؟ خب اون چیزو بزن استوب، ضبطو.